The mother's song. Out of the darkness, the chaos of time, the whirlwind gave birth to the mother sublime. She woke to herself, knowing life had great worth. The dark, empty void grieved the great Mother Earth. The mother was lonely, she was the only. From the dust of her birth, she created the other. A pale, shining friend, a companion, a brother. They grew up together, learned to love and to care. And when she was ready, they decided to pair. Around her he'd hover, her pale, shining lover. She was happy at first with her one counterpart. Then the mother grew restless, unsure in her heart. She loved her fair friend, her dear complement, but something was missing. Her love was unspent. She was the mother, she needed another. She dared the great void, the chaos, the dark, to find the cold home of the life-giving spark. The whirlwind was fearsome, the darkness complete. Chaos was freezing and reached out for her heat. The mother was brave, the danger was grave. She drew from cold chaos the creative source. Then, conceiving within, she fled with life force. She grew with the life that she carried inside, and gave from herself, with love and with pride. The mother was bearing, her life she was sharing, the dark empty void and the vast barren earth. With anticipation awaited the birth. Life drank from her blood, it breathed from her bones. It split her skin open and sundered her stones. The mother was giving, another was living. Her gushing birth waters filled rivers and seas, and flooded the land, giving birth to the trees. From each precious drop new grass and leaves grew, and lush verdant plants made all the earth new. Her waters were flowing, new green was growing. In violent labor, spewing fire and strife, she struggled in pain to give birth to new life. Her dried, clotted blood turned to red, oshered soil, but the radiant child made it all worth the toil. The mother's great joy, a bright, shining boy. Mountains rose up, spouting flames from their crests. She nurtured her son from her mountainous breasts. He suckled so hard, the sparks flew so high. The mother's hot milk laid a path through the sky. Life had begun as she nourished her son. He laughed and he played, and he grew big and bright. He lit up the darkness, the mother's delight. She lavished her love. He grew bright and strong. But soon he matured, not a child for too long. Birth waters brought green, but her tears could be seen. With a thunderous roar her stones split asunder, and from the great cave that opened deep under, she birthed once again from her cavernous room, and brought forth the children of earth from her womb. From the mother forlorn, more children were born. Each child was different. Some were large and some small. Some could walk and some fly. Some could swim and some crawl. But each form was perfect, each spirit complete. Each one was a model whose shape could repeat. The mother was willing. The green earth was filling. All the birds and the fish and the animals born would not leave her the mother, this time to mourn. Each kind would live near the place of its birth, and share the expanse of the great Mother Earth. Close to her they would stay. They could not run away. They all were her children. They filled her with pride, but they used up the life force she carried inside. She had enough left for a last innovation. A child who'd remember who made the creation. A child who'd respect and learn to protect. First woman was born, full grown and alive, and given the gifts she would need to survive. Life was the first gift, and like Mother Earth, she woke to herself, knowing life had great worth. First woman defined, the first of her kind. Next was the gift of perception, of learning, the desire to know, the gift of discerning. First woman was given the knowledge within that would help her to live and pass on to her kin. But woman was lonely, she was the only. The The mother remembered her own loneliness, the love for her friend, and his hovering caress. With the last spark remaining, her labor began. To share life with woman, she created first man. Again she was giving, another was living. To woman and man the mother gave birth, and for their home she gave them the earth, the water, the land, and all her creation. To use them with care was their obligation. It was their home to use, but not to abuse. For the children of earth, the mother provided the gifts to survive, and then she decided to give them the gift of pleasure and sharing that honors the mother with the joy of their pairing. The gifts are well earned when honors returned. The mother was pleased with the pair she created. She taught them to love and to care. When they mated, she made them desire to join with each other. The gift of the pleasures came from the mother. Before she was through, her children loved too. Earth's children were blessed. Now the mother could rest.